Hello, just gonna show you some tips and tricks for farming in this game. First you need the runes to know what helps you in the farming. The first one is the moon runes to give you increased blood echoes. The first one is 10%, the second is 20%, and the third one is 30%. So if you want to farm for echoes, that's it. And you have the eyes to increase the discovery. First one is 50, the discovery is 70 is the second one, and 100 is the third one if you want to get some more item discovery. And then you have the milkweed, which adds 10% discovery, but only 9 if you have 50 arcane and all the 3 other eye runes equipped. And if you want to look like a broccoli, that's how you go about doing that one. Another thing I want to mention is not many people do, but I do it as a tip in general. That is, I have backup weapons with HP recovery. Like if you see here, I have these 2 weapons. I have some might find them useless, these gems that drop, but I always, if I explore the world, if I have a long time from going to A to B, as you see, I have equipped these HP recovery gems just for a secondary weapon, and not to use, not anything, but just to get the HP increase if you're having trouble with losing a lot of blood, don't want to use virus and stuff. I have these gems on 2 of these weapons, so I can just swap if I'm going about, if I'm running from A to B, and it actually helps quite a lot if you're in cursed dungeon and stuff like that, because it actually goes rather quickly upward, so it's kind of a heal that you can use if you don't want to use all your vials if you have trouble. So this is just what I normally did in my playthrough in new games and stuff like that. It's a fun thing to have if you want to have an extra resource. And this is the most important thing when farming, the Bold Hunter's Mark. That will bring you back to your last lamp, and you will retain all your blood echoes and respawn all the enemies. So this one is really good for getting fast from A to B, and when if they respawn and get back and farm again instead of going back to the hunters and adding the glyph again and over again. So this is probably the most useful thing you have to have in your arsenal, and it's also very good if you're having struggle with a boss or something like that and you don't want to lose your echoes. You just pick up your echoes, go around to the safe space, and you just do the Bold Hunter's Mark, and you will get back and you can spend your echoes on something else in the shop, and then don't have to fear of losing all your echoes because you want to pick them up at the boss. So you can just use them to get out of a jail-free car, get home, and you spend all your echoes and go for the boss again. So that's a heads up. I'm going to show you a lot of different chalices and stuff, so see you. Okay, here's the first dungeon I'll show you. You just go to layer 2 of this dungeon. This is like the low-level gems, so starting gems, so no hassle and pretty okay to farm. You're going to go to level 2 of this one, and we're going to farm a gargoyle over and over again. And for this one you might want to equip your eye runes and stuff, because he has a lot of things in this drop table. The eye runes really don't help you with bosses that have set drops, that have the standard gems they drop, because you will not get a higher grade gem like 20 or 19. You will just get a bigger chance of getting something else that's in their loot drop. So if they have 99% chance of getting the standard one, you might have a 0.5 chance of getting some other gems from off shape or something, and that's the only thing that eye runes help. So for bosses I would not do that, but this guy I would do a different have the eye runes, because he drops a lot of different stuff, as you see, and this is what I got from quite a few runs. That this guy is not very high level, but pretty okay to start with if you don't have anything else. And as you see, this is getting off shape there, so he has a lot of things he can drop, so it's good for starting getting some gems. This is a good dungeon for just farming arcane gems, not super amazing gems, but if you want to have an arcane build and have something on your Moonlight sword for the beginning, this is pretty good. Normally things I do with these dungeons are the quicker ones, so you can farm them really rapidly without any hassle. So the ones I show you are really quick to the point, and it only takes a few minutes to get where you're going. So they should be rather okay to farm. So the minute you come out of this gate, you just run to your right. I don't even bother to light the lamp here, because all of these small little emissary guys could be rather bothersome. If they get you can do some damage. So immediately you just run out and to the right for the door immediately here. So you have to be a bit aware to see where the emissaries are. And there's a brain sucker there you have to take down. He can also drop some gems, so you will get, I think I get a gem on this one. He can give you some gems as well. See, well, yeah, I got the cursed fire damp gem there. And you just and checking it out there. It's not amazing, but like I said, it's you get some gems to start with at least. Open this one and you just run straight back, and the only thing to be aware of is you have to look where those emissaries are, because if they're in the middle of the path they might all attack you, and so I just keep to the right there. You see they're coming this way again, try to get them away because they will actually follow you. You will be invulnerable when you open the door, because you see a lot of this guy will gang up on you, and they will see they're coming, but just jump out of the way and climb up the ladder and you will be at the boss. So this is really quick. To just go straight out to the right, do one brain sucker, and then you pull the lever, and then you're back here and you go for the brain sucker. And he is rather easy boss. A bit annoying though, because I found out that I normally wait for him upside here, because if you go down, his grab has some insane range, so he will grab you even if you're mid-rolling, if you strike him with something. So if you don't want to be sucked out some insights, I just stand here and wait for him to come up, and I have a quick weapon, so I can do him in one go normally. So it's not very hard, but it's a bit annoying to be grabbed. Like I said, this grab is rather insane over the range. So I just wait from here and there, and there he is, and you just use the pillars so you don't get stuck in that, and just smack him down, and you will get these arcane gems. So you can get, if you have it for arcane builds or something, these are pretty okay as well. So there you see, you have the chunks, and we have the arcane gems as well. And this is a pretty decent one, except the kin. That's so. If you're using PvP, it's not bad at all, but that's a pretty decent gem. And I can show you what you can expect from this kind of run. Like I said, you could get from the brain circle at the lever, and you can get from this guy. So you have a lot of options to see what different gems you can. So these are kind of okay to start with as well. These are the triangle shape. As you see, you can also drop the odd shape. So you can get a lot of stuff if you go for an arcane build. This is pretty easy farming. That's a pretty decent gem. What you're looking for normally in the negative is, like for me, stamina and weapon durability are ones like this one. This is a pretty decent gem that I would actually use if I'm going for some arcane. This has decent physical, and it has a rather okay arcane. So these are good for starting arcane builds, at least if you want some pretty good gems. Now this is the first dungeon for the 27.2 physical damage ones, one of the best gems that you can normally use for about most of the weapons in this game. This one is also easy one, a quick route. This will have merciless bosses, the 3 chubby ones, so they are pretty decent okay as well. So this one you just go straight down, open the door, and for this one I actually light the lamp, because you never know, you don't have any enemies right outside here. So just open the door, and then you light the lamp, and then you will do sharp right. When you come out of this place, just go sharp right, and then you will see when those spawning annoying witches come, see them red there, you will go to the left straight into the door there. So you go right out the gate and to the left inside here, then you open this door. There will be a merciless butcher inside there. You don't have to do anything with him, he's rather slow. And there you have already the lever, so you just bait him and you go around this wagon to get him to stay there, and you will pull down the lever, and you will be vulnerable while you're doing this. And then you just go out of the way again, use this little wagon, and then you use your Bolt Hunter's Mark to get back to the start, and then you're ready to just run straight ahead and encounter these bosses for hopefully some good games. So now it's just straight ahead. There you're already at the boss. So like I said, I prefer these really short ones. Pretty good to farm, because you have to put in the rune over and over again when you farming this, so you can't just restart. And there you have the bosses. For this ones I normally use this. I do the jump attack. You can do the riposte and parry as well. I can show you how to do this, but this is what I prefer to do. I just do the jump attack, because you can get 2 of them in one go as well, and just keep doing this until they're all down. So keep pounding them with the jump attack. Normally, like I said, you can just group them up, and you can hit 2 of them if you're lucky, and then just do this. And for the last one, you just smack her down when she's gone. This is the other way you can do it. This is to parry when they're doing the attack. Immediately when you see they're raising their hands, you can parry them and repose this. You do a lot of damage, like here. Camera's a bit annoying, but you still do about half the health in just one go. I will show you this dungeon as well. This, if you prefer the long aisle instead, it's a lot more manageable instead of the stairs. But this is the second way of doing it. So this one you see, just parry and then you just finish them. But I found out that the second guy is not that easy when he does his overhead attack, so it might take some time. But you choose between those. And I will show you the other dungeon if you want to do the other corridor instead. This is pretty easy as well. You just go straight to the left immediately you come out, and then you go up this ladder. It's only one enemy here. You can whack him if you want to do. If you want to go further, you can just keep going. It's the only one. You open this door and you go through the long pathway to the other lever here, but there's no real enemies here, so there's only a big merciless butcher at the end of here. You can bait him as well. So here you're already at the lever again. You just open this door and then you will bait this guy here. You want to fight him, you can do that of course, but these are really slow, so they're no hassle to just get away from the lever. And you can use your bold hunter's mark again, or you, like in this instance, I think I ran back because I didn't bother, but that's up to you if you want to speed up the farming. It's just use the bold hunter's mark and run back, and then you can run straight again for the bosses again. And this one is, like I said, if you're bored of the other one with the stairs, and if you want to have a bigger arena, or if you want to have the easier way, or if you feel the merciless guys are easy to handle in that long corridor or something like that, they drop the same gems, but this is a different path, but it's still rather quick. So it's just straight out of the gate and to your left to get up this ladder, and then you activate the lever, and then it's just straight ahead from the point, and then you will be at these chubby chases, and you can try and get some good gems. I will also show you what kind of gems I got from these ones, at least quite a few of them. So there you are. This is a different one. You see they dropped some different gems as well, not always the same. But in my farming, so this is an off-shaped gem. It's a really bad gem, but you can get a lot of stuff. But these are the ones you're looking for and hoping for getting some okay gem. But there's 26, pretty decent. This is not usable normally. You will probably do quite a few times to get some decent gems, but at least they have the option, so that it's not a long farming for these guys. You see, this one is also bad. Attack down, it really doesn't go. So you're going to probably have to farm a bit to try and get these ones, but the ones I have here are the ones you're aiming for, the physical 27 and the stamina. This is the dungeon for the Waning gem, for aiming for the 23.9% I think physical. To complete your physical set, if you will have the 2 Radials and this Waning, that's normal for the most of the weapons. This is the dungeon I use. It's a bit more risky, but it's still rather quick. You just have to run past a lot of enemies, and you might have to take some of them down because they are chasing you rather a long way. But the normal thing to remember here, just left, right. That's what you can make a mental image of if you're going for this one. It's not that hard, and has a different bosses. I think there's Lauren Silver Beast, this easy boss as well. But this is also, when you get this down, it will be a quick farming route. So you just get down here, and then you light the lamp, and then you, like I said, left, right. So we go straight out here, and we go to the left. You have to dodge these guys here. And then you continue to the left all the way. There's another guy there, and you just skip them and skip ahead, and there will be a door here that you open, and then you will go up a ladder to get to the next point. And there's 2 annoying guys at the top of the ladder that will start throwing firebombs at you, but you can normally just roll to avoid them. But if you want to take them out, sure, but you keep on rolling there, and then you go to the right, and there's a door, and you're already at the lever with a little beast inside here. So now we're at the lever. You just turn right here, and you have this smaller guy. He can also drop gems, so be aware of that. When you kill this guy, you can get gems from him as well. I didn't get one there, but in my few runs he normally sometimes drops a gem. And just pull the lever, and then you do the Bold Hunter's Mark again, and then you're ready to face this boss again. So you might get stuck on some of these enemies because they follow you for quite a bit, but I normally just prefer to run past them. Then you just run straight to the right, because now you actually activated the lever, so you just run straight to the right and open this door. And like I said, you're invulnerable when you open these doors, so they don't do any damage, but they will follow you. So I think here I get a bit pissed off at these guys and decide to finish them. Get them out of the way, because they will follow you. So straight right after you open this lever. And for this boss, actually the flame sprayer is awesome. You just use the bone marrow ash to buff your silver bullets, and he will go down without hassle. So I normally just wait for him and do dodge forward, and then you just use the flame sprayer, and it's just he will be instantly killed almost. There's no problem. He's really susceptible to fire, so I would definitely recommend use this one to see he goes down in no problem. So these are the gems you're aiming for. Of course, to get a good one, that's not easy, but that's what farming is for. So I will show you the different ones I got here, you see, but you still have some pretty decent ones. Some of these I got from the guy at the lever. This is a pretty good one. 21% rally, and you have stamina, and so these are at least some usable of these. Like I said, you might have to farm a bit to get some decent gems, but this is what when I did some quick farming, this is what I ended up with. At least this is pretty good to start with. And they also dropped quite a few cursed fire damp blood gems if you have some fire stuff. So these will probably help you make a set of all those physical damage ones. These dungeons are pretty decent to get to start with. Those quick and easy, and hopefully you get better gems than I could. So at least have good luck in those. This is the dungeon where we get all the different variants of all the DLC weapons, so I thought I'd show that one. Is a pretty easy way to get as well. The quick note is to be to be able to buy these, you have to find the original ones. So just straight out to the left, and there's a ladder you go up. So as I said, you have to have found the original weapon to be able to buy the lost and uncanny versions of this. But just straight out to the left, up this ladder, and you take the right in there, and then you will see the bath straight ahead there. Just you can take these out if you want or not. But straight ahead there we have the bath messenger where you can buy this stuff. And the door straight ahead to the right, I would definitely recommend going in there and finishing off the Shrine Maiden, because otherwise you will probably get killed while you're trying to buy some. This is the one. Annoying as usual, but take her out so you can buy and do whatever you want in your own peace of mind. Because this is the buff message. So you can see the prices there, and you can see all the weapons, so you know how much you have to pay for this, and you can get all of them. If you complete the list, I want everything like me, then you probably want to do this. But the important thing, like I said, you have to have already found the original version of this weapon. Then you can go down here and you can buy all the different variants, so you can complete all your set and get everything you need. Some of them are expensive and some are not, but you should have no problem getting some blood actives and get the weapons you need. So this is a good dungeon to just get everything if you need. To round everything out, we have this one, Blood Echoes, for free. This with a strange looking name, this dungeon here. This is just one of those false dungeons, so all you have to do is run straight ahead. There's an NPC dying, so you're gonna have free Blood Echoes for this one. You stand there and just wait till he dies, and he will give you 83,000, a bit over 3,000 blood echoes for just dying, and there you see, that's about it. That's all you have to do. And of course, if you equip all the 3 moon runes instead, if you're doing this, you will get a bit more, but that's up to you how much you need and what you do, or whatever you do with it. So, like I said, this is still active, no problems at all, so just go straight ahead. Doesn't require a lot of brain power, this one. Just stand there and wait for him to die, and with all the 3 moon runes you will get over 140,000 blood echoes by just standing there. So you get 144 actually. So we can just use the full 100 mark and just go do this over and over again, and then you can level your character really fast if you have a different character, if you want to top off before a boss, if you want to do something really quick, or whatever you want to do. This is just free XP for you, man. You can have as many blood echoes as you want to do. Also, a quick note is if you do not meet the requirements of any of these Chalice dungeons, you will be needed to have made one of those Chalice dungeons by yourself, and that includes using all the extra materials that are, if they're cursed, you have to use all the materials. So you do have to make all these dungeons yourself at least once before you can search for these dungeons and join these dungeons. So that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So make sure you have made all these dungeons once. And I will be making some guides for the Rom and Amygdala in these challenge dungeons as well, because they're annoying for the other really high level gems. But they require 3 layers, so that was going to take a bit longer to get to those. But anyway, don't forget the old adage, to fear the old blood, and hope you have a good hunting and get what you need. Alright, see you.